Welcome. Today we explore into an ethical dilemma facing modern workplaces, the debate between fixed and flexible work hours. This isn't just about productivity. It's about fairness, individual well-being, and the very nature of work itself. Through these interviews, we explore diverse perspectives, analyzing them through key ethical lenses like virtue ethics, deontology, utilitarianism, fairness, and moral relativism. Let's begin.
Preferably choose fixed work hours other than rather than the first one, since this would
Flexible.
be the flexible one is much more. Yeah, but the word is well, flexible is much better, I think, than the fixed time of
Okay.
schedule.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mao currently working fixed hours, but preparing flexibility highlights the crucial need of fairness in the workplace. He emphasizes the importance of balancing personal time with the company time, illustrating a strong sense of reciprocal obligations. His desire for flexible hours is utilitarian in its approach, aiming to optimize his personal well being and productivity.
6 hours. I think I would rather choose the flexible hours. Why? Because I feel that there are certain things in my life that we need to arrange, and flexible hours would help me to be able to do more productive things in my personal life as well as in my career. And also, it would also help me to have a room for development in terms of, if let's say I have other schedule in terms of doing things such as doing masteral or having a schooling of upgrading myself.
Eden's perspective leans heavily toward utilitarianism. Flexible work hours, she argues, direct contribute to increased productivity by allowing better management to both personal and professional commitments. She emphasizes on accountability and the spaces for personal development, also slightly touches upon virtue ethics, highlighting the importance of responsible behavior and self-improvement.
Uh, for me, I prefer flexible work hours because mas nasusupport nito yung work-life balance.
Okay.
And in that sense, mas nagiging productive yung tao if na-achieve niya yung work-life balance.
Some prioritize health and wellness, reflecting a utilitarian approach where well-being is central of increasing productivity. He emphasizes on accountability, responsibility, and dedication points to virtue ethics as an underlying ethical framework. He's concerned that a lack of these considerations would only benefit employees but not the organization. Further reinforces this utilitarian approach.
In my opinion, flexible working hours are generally more effective, especially in today's work environment. Flexibility promotes a better work-life balance, increase employee satisfactions, and can lead to a higher productivity. From my experience as application developer, and now I'm a project manager overseeing a diverse term, I observe that allowing flexibility fosters trust and autonomy. This approach empowers employees to manage their efficiency, focusing on outcomes rather than agreed schedules. However, it depends on the nature of the rule. So, for a project requiring close collaborations or a fixed deadline or a hybrid approach uh, where 4 hours are fixed but some flexibility is allowed, uh, allowed on the strike right balance. So ultimately, the key is aligning policies with an organization goal and employees' needs.
Logi advocating for a hybrid model that balances the structure of fixed hours and flexibility of flexible work. This reinforces a utilitarian aim to maximizing efficiency and productivity while also emphasizing fairness by accommodating diverse needs and preferences.
Okay, so for my opinion here, actually, I would say that it it would depend on the type of work or on the type of output for the employees, for them to deliver. You know? So well, basically in our industry, like in IT, we're actually um, more on like creative thinking when we're doing some codes, exploring some features and studying digitalization of something, of some products or processes that we'd like to improve further. So I
Mhm.
would say in our industry, flexible work hours would be my option, or
Yeah,
probably would be my preference for
yeah,
this.
yeah.
It's actually because, again, as I mentioned earlier, as a programmer or as part of an IT software development team, our work should be considered as a creative work. It's also a creative thinking. So we have a process that sometimes if we're boxed on an 8 hours fixed schedule or like an eight
Mhm.
to five thing,
Mhm. Mhm.
so artists or creative people doesn't work that way. So they work sometimes in the
Yeah.
evening, sometimes in the most productive time, they're working properly or they're working well on the environment that they think that they're more productive. So I
Yeah.
guess yun nga, flexible tayo.
Lastly, he will emphasize the necessity of flexibility for creative work, arguing the fixed hours hinder the creative process. His perspective aligns with utilitarianism, or maximizing creative output, and strongly emphasizes the virtue of trust. He believed that granting his or this freedom benefit for both the employee and the company demonstrate a notable outlook. Let's synthesize the perspectives shared by the interviewees. While each emphasizes different aspects, several key themes emerge. Many express a utilitarian viewpoint, focusing on the positive consequences of flexible arrangements on productivity, well-being, and employee morale. The value of fairness is also frequently raised, emphasizing the needs to balance individual needs with the overall goals of the organization. The ethical dilemma of fixed versus flexible work hours highlights a fundamental tension between individual autonomy and organizational needs. Each approach, fixed, flexible, or hybrid, has potential benefits and drawbacks. The optimal solution likely involves a strategic approach that carefully weighs the competing values of productivity, fairness, and employee well being, and the specific nature of work. Thanks once again. Have a nice day.